Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. It is Ryan, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Reminder, guys, this show works best when you participate. So if you're going to participate, it means you got to type in questions. I'm going to introduce you to the guest today. Made sure I screwed him up so he couldn't train his pigeons today. I came after 2 o'clock here in the afternoon because in the morning, the weather is no good. But you're going to ask me, who am I with? I will post the name up so you know. Sprint Flyer. This is another sprint loft. You guys like the sprint pigeons. The sprint pigeons are fast. And yes, good pigeons, great results. David Peeters. I am going to rotate the camera because no one wants to see me. My hair doesn't even look that good today. There he is. The one and only David Peeters, Belgium. You're a real sprint flyer.
Yeah.
100%. That's all you do. Sprint flying.
Only sprint.
A little bit about yourself. How did you get into pigeons, David?
My father was a pigeon fancier, so I grew up with pigeons. And so when I start to live on my own, I bring some pigeons from my father and I start race.
So when your father, he has pigeons, he flies sprint races?
Now he stopped, he quit racing, but before it was only sprint races.
Only sprint?
Quievrain, Wallon.
Quievrain, Wallon. So, for people wondering, kilometers, Quievrain for you is roughly?
82.
82 kilometers?
Yeah, and Wallon is 187.
So 187, guys. It's about 113 miles from Noyon. And Quievrain is about, maybe 70 miles? Nah, not even 60 miles. Real sprint pigeons. Now, this man in front of you, say, well, why am I here? He has some great pigeons, great results. We did a small auction a few years back with P&D, and P&D sent me 8 pigeons. I believe it was 8. And the pedigrees were 100% David Peeters bred. They were all your pigeons.
Yeah.
And I had no clue. And I said, okay, let's see. We sold the group, and we already have people saying super results. But you had a famous pigeon. You're famous for your grizzles.
Yeah.
The pit bull
line.
Pit bull line.
Yeah.
And this man here, he actually bred. You bred from pit bull.
Yeah. When he was not famous, I bred out of him.
Before his famousness.
Yeah. In 2010.
In 2010. People ask, do you believe in the throats theory? I don't know. Do you believe in throats of a pigeon?
No. A little bit in the eyes.
A little bit in the eyes?
The eye sign. I'm not a specialist in the eye sign, but have to be a lot of color.
What about bodies?
Also important.
Important.
Yeah.
Guys, I went and I looked at David's pigeons. They're all the same style of pigeon. They're a little bit bigger. They're a little bit deeper. Very good feathers. And his pigeons have very good character. And people ask, is this a big loft, a small loft? Your race cocks, how many race cocks do you fly normally?
11. Not normally 12, but it's 11 in my loft now. And this year I start with hens the first time, and it's 10 hens.
10 hens?
Yeah.
So this is kind of the biggest team you've had.
Yeah.
And young birds?
I bred 36 now of the first round and a couple of 40 of the second round. So 70, 75 young birds every year.
Every year. And you prefer flying old birds or young birds? What do you prefer? Or what do you think your pigeons do better as?
They have to make results as a young bird. When they don't get results as a young bird, I don't keep them.
So they have to be prize winners.
Yeah.
If they don't get prizes, they don't stay.
No.
So you select quite hard.
I select as a young bird. After the races from the young birds, I select.
Hey guys, and again, you have to come and look. For people that say grizzles, they get eaten by hawks. Grizzles are not top quality. This man here, he has a super selection of grizzles. I'll say this is a beautiful loft for grizzle pigeons, and it all comes back from the pit bull.
Yeah.
So how, you said with Pitbull, you bred from him before he was famous.
Yeah.
How did what is the story behind you with Pitbull? How did it come together?
In 2010, I didn't have pitbull lines, but I raced very well and I had a very good cock, the 125.
Mm-hmm.
he won 3 first prizes as a young bird. Then one guy, he called me, he wanted to buy the pigeon, the 125. I refused. A couple of weeks after, he called me again. He knows I had the nest brother of the 125. It was 124. He didn't race well. And he asked, can I buy him? So I give him in loan. And the deal was, I can get 3 hens of that fancier in borrow. So I borrowed 3 hens. And when I was there, I had one cock in my hand and he was pulling my sweater. And he said, you want a cock also for borrow? I said, yeah, the one, he bit me in the sweater. And it was pitbull, but I didn't know because I didn't know he was not famous.
Just a grizzle cock.
Yeah, but a nice cock.
And when you were holding him, he showed a little character.
Yeah.
He made you notice him.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is how it happens. And to be honest, you didn't have pitbull a long time. No.
No.
A few months. This was it.
I bred 3 rounds out of him. I give 1 youngster to the guy and I kept 5 for me.
And the results of those pigeons. Now, from the grizzle cock, because he's not famous pitbull, you play with the pigeons, or did you keep them for breeding?
I kept them for breeding.
You kept them?
Yeah. Because I paired them up with my best hens. They were already older, so I kept them in the breeding loft.
Okay. Jordan Polson, he is a flyer from Colorado. He likes your pigeons. He says, does he race young pigeons? Yes, you do. Yeah. And his next question is, why did he decide to specialize in sprint racing? Why only sprint racing for you, David?
It's some adrenaline. The pigeons, you see the pigeon come over, and you have to be there because it's speed. And 3-4 minutes after,
it's over.
It's over.
So when you're flying, because this is a new house that you've moved to.
Yeah.
In your old house is 5 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And you fly there how many years?
From 2002, I started racing there, and till 20 years, exactly 20 years.
So I can imagine when you would go outside on a race day in the morning, you could go outside, you could feel the wind just a little bit, and you could probably tell me down to the minute when you were going to get your birds.
Most of the times. 90% of the times I know we have to clock at that time.
At that time?
Yeah.
And you were only racing Quivrin and Noyon?
Yeah.
This is it?
That's it.
Now, my question is, these pigeons, because you fly only this distance.
Yeah.
Will these pigeons do further distances?
Yeah.
Can they go out 300-400 kilometers? No problem.
Even with wind in the head.
In the head. Why are these pigeons so strong? Why are they a tough pigeon when they're only sprints? Do you have any idea?
No, I think they're good shape, strong back.
That's it.
Good feathers, soft feathers.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the feathers on these pigeons are super, super soft. I handled birds on the race team. They're his cocks, very nice condition. The hens, super condition. The youngsters, very nice. And it's funny, people say, everyone I ask, they have no young bird sickness. This year you have a little bit.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Already, yeah, before. Now there exists an injection for 4 or 5 years. Before, every year I get a young bird disease. But from the moment I start inject the pigeons with that product, I don't get any young bird disease except this year is the first time after the injection I get the young bird disease.
First time in a few years.
4 or 5 years.
Why do you think this is?
No idea.
No idea.
No.
Interesting. Guys, if you have questions for David, please put them in. We are here now. We're going to talk a little bit. If you have questions on sprint racing, let us know. He's been doing it a long time. Better pigeon flyer, you or your father?
Maybe my father.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. But it's 20 years ago. I don't know. You can't compare.
Did you ever fly against him?
Yeah, a couple of years.
How was it?
I beat him sometimes. It was yeah,
Even?
special.
Special?
Even.
Were you guys in the same club?
Sometimes.
Okay. Question: with your old birds that you're flying, the cockbirds, anything special you do with them?
Yeah, I raised them on widowhood. The day that I sent them, I show them the hens.
Mm-hmm.
From a good friend of me, he told me before I show them just 5-6 minutes, I take the cocks away in the basket. But now for 4 or 5 years, I give him the hens. I lock the boxes. I go inside in the house, some eating, prepare myself, and then after half an hour, 35 minutes, I go back to the loft. The cocks are really quiet in the nest, the hens above them, and then I take them and put them in the basket. It's a good system. And the day after, they can see the hens for 2-3 hours, and then I split them again.
And it's funny, why don't you just let them, when you put the hens in the loft, let the cocks and the hens out together? You don't want this.
No.
You want them in the box.
Yeah.
To calm them down.
Yeah.
Now, before you did this, what did you do? Because you said to me outside when we were looking, you found when you locked them in the box, you went in and had dinner or had a shower and got ready.
Yeah.
35, 40 minutes, whatever the time was. When you went back into the loft and the pairs are in the nest bowls under each other, very calm.
Yeah.
What did you do before? Because you said the results went up.
Yeah. I show him the hens, sometimes 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes, and they don't, the cocks don't get trapped the hens.
Right. It's a little bit too fast.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, we talk about, and this is something because Derek Walsh, you know Derek Walsh from Ireland,
Yeah.
We'll talk about him in a moment, but you said also, when you're flying here yearlings versus 2-year-old pigeons, normally the first few weeks, the older cocks beat the yearlings.
Normally.
Because the young cocks haven't learned when the hens
not
come.
so many experience.
Now, when I talked with Derek Walsh, and guys, another reason why I came here was Derek Walsh from Ireland has some super results with your pigeons.
Yeah.
And I asked you this, if you knew who Derek Walsh was. And Derek, how did you meet Derek?
He contacted me and asked me for buy a round of young birds. And I told him I can, but it's the 4th round. Really young birds.
Mm-hmm.
Someone bring
Yeah, courier comes.
the courier comes, pick them up.
Mm-hmm. 4th round. So fourth
Fourth
round.
round.
When would that be roughly? What time of year?
Yeah, now it's the 3rd round in the nest. So
May.
Yeah.
Sometime in May.
Yeah.
So sometime in May, Derek Walsh buys the 4th round, takes them to Ireland.
Yeah.
And then what does he tell you?
I think it must be end July, beginning of August. He called me and say, "Yeah, I sent them to the race." And I tell them, they are too young for racing. It's too late. I sent them to the race. Okay. Saturday, the race in England is Saturday. In Ireland is Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday in the afternoon, I get a phone call, Derek Walsh. And I think by myself, he raced well.
Yeah.
I pick up the phone and he told me I have the 6 first in my club with your pigeons. I can't believe.
6 first.
Yeah.
Was that young of pigeons. See, guys, I told you, Derek Walsh is a little nutty in the head, but when you told me that story, I believe you because that's Derek Walsh. Again, great. He gets great results. Also, another gentleman that we work with is Darren May in the UK.
Yeah.
He got pigeons from you as well.
Also.
Good results?
Yeah, but he bought 1 round
Mm-hmm.
and I think he raced just, I can't remember, but maximum 10 birds of the round. And it was top results.
Again, guys, these are pigeons. I've heard results in Canada. I hear results in Ireland. I hear results in England. And I'm sure more results. But this is just from what I've heard. Also, Jordan Polson asks, so Jordan says, with your young birds, What is your young bird schedule for racing? How many weeks will you race the young pigeons?
The season starts, I think, the 3rd week of May, when the weather allowed.
3rd week of May, yes.
Yeah. And then it's going till the 2nd week of October.
2nd week of October. Now, how many races a week will you play with the young birds?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
And only Quivrin?
Quivrin and Wyon.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
So would that be what, one race on the weekend or?
Two races.
Two
on
races.
Sunday, I split the young birds. When I have 30 young birds, I split them 10 or 15 to Quivrin and the rest to Wyon.
And they go from around the middle of May?
The middle of May.
To October. So every week that's, how many weeks is this? 20 weeks? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first round...
5 months.
Yeah, the first round start molting beginning of September. I don't dark them the first round. The second round, the half of them I dark with the dark system.
Yeah.
And then I quit when the nest is off. The youngsters are big enough and they're starting to molt. I quit the first round and I don't start because I already raised the second round. But then the second round have to be in a good condition for.
So you darken the first round? No.
No, the second.
50%
of the second round I dark.
And normally though your first round is naturally darkened because of the light.
Yeah.
Your second round you darken 50% of them, and the other ones you leave natural.
Yeah.
Now why do you leave the other group natural? What's the reasoning?
They start molting faster, and in the end of September, October, they are already finished molting. I try to keep them on nest, and they're with new feathers.
So you'll fly some of the young birds paired up?
Yeah.
On nest?
I take, from the first round also, I take 16 cocks separate. I raise them on a widowhood with old hens.
With old hens. So they always come home to the old hens?
Yeah, because old hen is more heavier.
Yeah. It understands love.
Yeah, voila.
Okay.
They make the young boys crazy.
Turns the young boys into a little bit older men. Yeah. I get this. And you never do this with young hens, no?
No.
Doesn't work the same.
Probably, but I didn't do it. I've no place enough for doing it.
And the widowhood cocks, those 16 or whatever, you play them by themselves. They never train with the other birds. They're only in their own groups.
Yeah, own group.
Own group.
Yeah.
And will those cocks stay at Quivrin or will you take them out to Noyon?
The most of them normally to Quivrin. But now I live 2 years in another house and I think I should race more to Wyon. So I have to decide what I go do.
Right. Guys, you are with David Peeters here, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. Yes, we will have some pigeons. It's a very, very, very small group of pigeons. Now, I want to show you some pigeons. Gaz Pigeon Hall says, Hi Stoke, Trent, England. He's from Trent, England. Ryan, am I allowed to ask for 6 babies for the UK? If you want to buy pigeons from David, there's no problem. You can contact him. He's on Facebook. You can order 6 youngsters. Remember, it only takes a few. The man has good results. What's so good is not only are his results very good, but the pigeons that go to different pigeon flyers get the results. And I think that's almost more important than David being a good, consistent flyer. The pigeons go and they win. Darren May, they win. Derek Walsh, they win. Both guys are going to fly completely different. The same, but different. And they're getting results and they're producing more. Same with P&D Stud. I know he got birds from you. And that guy, apparently, they're breeding the skies out, which that's good. Yeah. People are happy. I think Andy Trumpeter, all those guys, they have your birds. I wanted to take the time also to show just a couple pigeons so you guys know what we're talking about. Again, you can get a hold of David. His name is up there. Just look him up on Facebook, friend request him, say hello. Don't ask a bunch of stupid questions or don't ask for free pigeons. Don't do it that way. Be professional, as I say. I wanted to show the blue grizzle hen, the daughter of pit bull. So this pit bull here. This is a direct daughter of the legendary pit bull. And you see this hen. I have only the photo up of her right now before I switch it over to David. She got a super eye. You didn't race this hen, did you?
No.
This hen is only
In the breeding loft.
Breeding loft.
Yeah.
And she's a 2014.
14.
Yeah. And there's not many of these left.
No, because Pitbull was from 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And he quit breeding in 15.
Quit breeding in 15.
Yeah.
So
the owner of Pitbull, he told me in 15 was the last year he bred some babies.
Some babies.
Yeah.
Now
she's from 14.
She's from 14, and again, you've moved houses. You're here. She has to be a good breeder.
Yeah, super.
Super breeder. And again, this is a direct daughter of Pitbull. I'm going to show her over on my camera. So let me rotate this over. What's been some of her top breeding from this hen? Here she is. Now, take a look at her. The eyes on these pit bull pigeons are phenomenal. I think pit bull had the nicest eye pigeons I've ever seen. Again, she's a larger hen, definitely a little bit larger. Vents are strong, they're open a little bit. And you feel she's got a little bit of depth to her. And I noticed with your pigeons, they are a little deeper.
Deeper, yeah.
And you said pit bull was like this.
Yeah, it was also a big cock, but a little bit deeper.
What a nice hen. And she's bred how many good pigeons?
Every year.
Every year.
Every year, with several cocks.
Different cocks.
Yeah, different cocks.
Different cocks. And again, you don't have her paired up yet, do you?
No, because she's from 14, I didn't bred in the winter out of her. So when the weather gets better, like now, one of the weeks I'll pair her up for some late bred for in the breeding loft.
And again, this is a direct child. Now, did you breed her?
No.
No.
I had 3 children of Pitbull. One of those 3 I bred myself. It was Ugly White. It was one of my best breeders. Then I had a daughter, Dikke Witte, also from 2010. Super hen, and this is the last one.
This is it.
Yeah.
So guys, if I've had people ask me, oh, where can I get a direct child of Pitbull? The last year he breeds is 2015. So this is here one of the last children of the cock.
Yeah.
And I give them back to you, or give her back. You should see these pigeons, guys. If you come here, you take a look. It's a complete family of pigeons. You really see it. It's black and white. And the bodies, they all roughly feel the same. But the quality is good. And again, sprint races. But this doesn't mean these pigeons will not win in one-off races, because I already know they do. Very nice pigeon. Now, we have another blue grizzle. We're going to show the next cock. Guys, if you have questions, please post them in. I'm going to post up this blue grizzle cock. Take a look at the eye sign on this one. Oh boy. There's one thing. I'd love to do eye sign at this loft, because it's got some of the nicest eye sign. Tell me about this cock, David.
This cock is a grandson of Pitbull.
He's a grandson of Pitbull.
Grandson of Pitbull. And he bred me in 2022, the last year that I live in my house before. He bred me a young cock, and he won 2 weeks in a row. The fastest on the province of Antwerp, against 14,000 pigeons, young birds.
So guys, listen to this. This is a grandson of Pitbull. This is a grandson. This isn't a direct. This is a grandson. Super breeder.
Yeah.
Breeding fantastic.
Fantastic.
His son, which we have here.
Yeah.
We're going to show him in a moment. But fastest in the province of Antwerp of 14,000 pigeons. How many weeks in a row?
2.
2 weeks in a row.
No one did it before. And I live in the beginning of the province, so as I race the shortest distance, all the fanciers in Antwerp race further than I do.
Hey, I'm gonna take a look at this cock here, and again, He's super nice, strong, muscular. Back is nice. Again, he has the little bit of depth to him.
Yeah. The most of the pit bull line, you have deeper pigeons.
And again, the cock is from 16. And we're going to show you his son here in a moment. But before I show you the son, I'm going to show you the character of the son. And the mother, she has the same character that I'm going to show here in a moment. But boy, again, buoyant, a little bit larger pigeon. You feel a little bit of the depth. Forearms, not super tight, but still nice. Gorgeous wing. We have a comment here. Hello. What age is advised to enter birds in a one-loft race? David, I'm going to ask you, before we bring up the son of this pigeon, I'll hand him back to you. Do you fly one-loft races?
No.
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 Why? Not interested?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
No.
No.
Pigeons, I think, can do it.
Yeah.
And when you're flying in the province of Antwerp, when we say that this pigeon here that you have in your hands breeds first 2 times in a row, the fastest pigeon in Antwerp with 14,000 plus pigeons.
Yep.
That's very smart pigeons. It can draw a straight line and be smart.
And they have to came first out of the
group.
The group.
This is what I say, guys. If you want to win one-loft racing, you need smart pigeons. You need pigeons that can, I see people, they say to me, this pigeon comes first from 500 pigeons in a one-loft race. That's very good. But as David is competing, you may see the results where it says 300, 500, 1,000. The liberation. Quievrain, how many thousand pigeons are in Quievrain?
At the top of the season, young birds, 35, 40,000 birds.
Birds.
Yeah.
So guys, these pigeons have to come out of this group and then boom, and you have the fastest in your province.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of flyers here that only specialize in sprint racing.
Yeah. Like the fencers in Berlaar.
Yeah. So this is all sprint racing. He's been doing this his whole life. His father did it. David's doing it.
I grew up
with it.
Yep.
This is your specialty.
Yep.
So guys, you don't have to worry. Brian Mansker, good evening or good morning. David Tracy, good morning. Very nice. Middle distance. These pigeons will do middle distance. I don't think any problems. But I tell you, it's a sprint racing. You can't beat them. And I know people have taken them out further and won. So I don't think you're going to have to worry 300, 400, 500 kilometers, especially in one-loft races where the pigeons, it's always tailwinds. These pigeons will handle this no problem. No. But don't worry, when the wind goes into the nose, very strong pigeons. We're getting more comments. Our buddy from Australia says, what's the shortest distance? What's the longest distance that he goes? The shortest that you fly?
The shortest is Quievrain in Belgium. Belgium is Quievrain, the shortest distance.
And 80 kilometers.
Yeah, for me, 82 kilometers.
80 kilometers, and Noyon is?
186, 87.
That's the farthest distance. So you guys are at a real sprint loft. This is it. They don't go to different races. They focus on sprint racing. What corn does Peter race on? What's the feed brands that you like to use?
With my widow old birds, the beginning of the week is light food. And 2 days before basketing, I give...
you up the mix.
Up the mix. And the last day, they can eat so much as they want. And the end of the day, I remove the food.
That's not on the day of basketing, no.
No.
The day before.
The day before in the evening. But the day from basketing, I give in the morning a little bit some small seeds.
Candy seed.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you measure the feed? Is it measured or is it? Do you use a scale?
In the beginning of the week, with the old birds, is with a scale.
Yeah.
But in the end of the week, it's more. Almost in the end of the week is sometimes the double.
Double.
Yeah.
You go good feed, light to heavy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
with the young birds, is all week almost the same. I've one pot.
Okay. Fawcett asks from Australia, does he race the sprint pigeons twice in a week? Do you ever race pigeons twice a week?
Yeah, when on Wednesday, most of the time on Wednesday, there are some special races, and when I don't have to work, I race them twice. It's no problem.
No problem.
No.
The old birds or the young birds?
Or the old birds when it's 2 days in a row. Like with Easter, you have Easter and Easter Monday. Before they race Sunday with Easter and Easter Monday, I race twice the same pigeons. But then I let the old hens by the widowhoods all day, and the results the day after was better.
Super.
Yeah.
The cocks more calmed down and better.
Yeah.
More love.
Yeah.
Jason Cresswell, I think he's from the UK. He says, do you only loft fly or do you train your pigeons private by the road in the week? Old birds, young birds. So your young birds, how much training with the car?
Young birds.
Yeah, before the first race.
I start, I think, 5 kilometers. They came home, 10, 20 small steps. And then 7, 8 times I bring them. And then when I send them, the first time, it don't have to be wind out of the east. It have to be wind in the tail a little bit.
Okay, wind in the tail a little
because wind from the east for the first time is
disaster.
Yeah, to everyone.
Yeah. So it's the same like when the wind's out of the east, it's never good.
No.
With the young pigeons. Now, if there's east in the wind, will you, on the second race, the third race, the fourth race, if there's east, will you play them or you still leave them at home? You don't like playing?
When they're experienced enough, I raise them.
You raise them.
Most of the time, the good pigeons with wind out of the east, they are there.
Okay. Another question with the old birds. Okay, with the young, well, you can fly twice a week, so you really don't train. You don't train the young birds during the season?
Yeah, I have to work from Monday till Friday. And when I'm day off on Friday, I try to bring them 35, 40 kilometers away.
The young birds?
Yeah, once a week. But
the old birds, never?
No.
A little bit of training before the season starts?
Yeah. But after the first race, they have to train at home. That's it.
That's it. And the old birds, they fly every day? Every day they go out?
Yeah, the young birds also. Once a day.
Once a day.
They get food once a day. I have to work. I have 3 children, so...
Once a day food?
Yeah.
Okay. Any special medicine?
No, just for, how you said it in English?
Canker?
Yeah.
Yeah, just this?
It's just this.
Okay. Also, guys, now you see the grizzled cock, and I'm going to post this photo up one more time. Keep your questions coming in. This is the cock here that you just seen. He is the father, so this is again a grandson of Pitbull. I'm going to now show you a photo of the next cock that we're going to show, and I'm going to show you the video. This is the special one. This is the pigeon here, 2 times first, over 14,000 pigeons, the fastest in the area. Let me post up his video so you guys can see the character on this pigeon. Okay, go. Here he is. He's in his box. Now, this is the first year you're breeding from him?
As young bird, he won twice.
Last year was the first time. In 2022, I raced him. I moved over to a new house. I put him in the breeding loft. And last year, I bred already 1 hen.
Sitting on his eggs.
And she wins. I have to check it, but I think twice. The first prize, the second, the third. It was blue, white flight hen. As young birds, super hen.
And we're talking in this video a little bit, but this cockbird has such character. This cockbird has the same character though as his mother.
Yeah.
His mother is identical to him. Not the nicest pigeon I've ever handled. Maybe on this trip, I'm not gonna lie, one of the least favorite pigeons.
Yeah.
But her character, I seen it when you showed her to me, and I didn't post her up again. I didn't post a photo of her. She's actually in the video. I have a little video here as well. But this hen has a very intelligent character, and this cock is identically. Now, when he flew, is he the same way? When you flew him as a young bird? this special one.
Yeah.
He had the same. He was very smart.
Yeah.
And there you see him. I'm going to get David to pull him up. If you guys have questions, please post them in the comments. If you guys, like I said, don't be shy on the comments. This is a very special pigeon, eh?
Yeah.
He's got super feathers. There he is, the special one. You see? Look how intelligent he is here, eh? He's reading exactly what we're doing. And again, so this would be a great-grandson
Of Pitbull.
of Pitbull. And I think, it's funny because we talk about you got Pitbull not on a trade, but to borrow.
Yeah.
But the pigeon you gave the gentleman was a super breeder as well.
Yeah.
So either way, it was a win. And this is a big win. Can you please ask David, what his Facebook page name is? Guys, just take a look here what we have on the bottom. We're with David Peeters. It's David Peeters.
Yeah, just my Facebook profile.
That's his, so if you want to message him, send him a message. Again, it's simple. You'll see if there's 25 David Peeters, click on the one that has the pigeons on it. I mean, it's not a hard name to find. But if you have a question for David, ask away. Turbis says, hello, Ryan. Hello. Now, this cock, Super Racer, and did you stop him after these two results? Or do you continue to play him?
I continue to play him.
So you were crazy.
Yeah, I want to go for the national ace bird, but the results of it was not good enough for the national ace bird.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
But you stop him now, and because you move.
Yeah, I move.
So if you wouldn't have moved, would you have kept playing him?
No.
This was it. He was going to be a breeder.
Yeah.
So far, as breeding, how is he breeding?
Last year, like I told, he bred me a very, very nice hen. And I think he has all the quality for being a good breeder. Good eyesight, super soft feathers.
He's super intelligent. I tell you, you feel he comes in the basket. Look.
Yeah, he's wet from...
He's wet.
Yeah.
He knows it. When we went in the loft, and I said to David, when this pigeon goes in the basket, it's going to turn a switch. And he's turned the switch. What a super cock. And again, this is the quality. The generation of Pitbull keeps breeding super pigeons. Pencil cock. And you have how many children on your race team from him now?
One. Children of him?
Yeah.
Just one hen.
Just one hen. So you're going to play the hens, and we will see. But look at the quality. Again, very, very strong. And I mean, the back is nice. Forearm is real nice and strong. Nice wing. Beautiful thick bars. Pencil cock. Super eyesight on him. And again, very smart pigeon. No dummy here.
No.
And I'll tell you, you can see his mother is not dumb. You see how she just... And this guy is exactly the same way. Have you ever put the mother to the son?
No, but this year I think I will do it for put the youngsters in my breeding loft. Some inbred. Because out of his mother, the year before, with another cock, I bred a hen, and she won as young bird the fastest of the the fastest of the province of Antwerp of 17,000 birds. So a half sister of him, she won the fastest of the province of Antwerp of 17,000 birds. So the mother is a super breeder, but in the hand is not the nicest hen.
No, and guys, I'll tell you, it wouldn't be a pigeon that you would pick. But you picked her as 35 days old.
Yeah, I choose myself. I didn't like her.
You said, oh no,
Yeah.
What did I pick?
I wanna remove her, but she was tame in the area. She came to me. She was a really tame pigeon, so that's why I kept her.
Question, Turbot asks, do you have a feed brand that you like to use? One kind? A feed company. Is it Van Roby's? Is it Versalaga? Is it Byers?
Most of the time Mariman, but
So not an expensive mix. No.
no. Now it's Byers. It doesn't matter. You have to be just healthy food.
Healthy food.
Yeah, corn,
And not too much.
not too much.
They know how to feed. I mean, the sprint races here, they're an hour and 15 minutes. This is it. It's over.
Maximum.
Maximum.
Normally 1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour.
A headwind a little longer, and this is it.
Yeah, headwind 1 hour and 5 minutes. Wind in the tail 50 minutes.
So they have to trap fast.
When they do 1,200, 1,300 meters per minute,
Yeah.
it's 1 hour 5, 1 hour 6, I think. And when they do 16, 1,700 meters, it's 51, 53 minutes. But they cannot lose many time at home because it's sprint races. So when you see them, they have to be already clocked.
You have to be close. Yeah. When you see them, if they do two loops, it's too late.
It's too late.
Question. Fawcett asks a question. He says, in a season, how many races will you fly? For you, roughly.
With the old team, not so many. It's from last week. It was the first race, directly the first prize. So till end of July.
End of July.
Yeah, then stops the racing season with old birds.
So you'll race them right into end of July.
Speed distance.
Now, could you race them longer if you wanted?
No, because everyone with the speed pigeons quit. So
It's by yourself.
yeah,
Okay.
you have to be, I think, 3 fencers in the club for
A speed race.
yeah.
Okay. But the young birds continue.
Yeah, it starts the 3rd week or the 3rd Sunday of May till the 2nd week of October. There are many more races for the young birds.
Okay. Brian Mansker asks, what techniques do you teach them to trap quickly from the races?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Now I start when not the old birds, because the old birds have to come home for the partner.
Okay. The old birds come home for the partner.
Yeah.
So they normally are pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
They know my wife or my wife or my man is there, have to come home for the partner. But the young birds, when I train them at home, they fly 30 minutes, 40 minutes. When they're out, I clean the cage and I put some, what's the name? Candy seed
Yeah.
in the bottom of the floor. Mm-hmm. The first time they don't know. Didn't know there's something waiting for them, but after 3-4 times, they know there are some candies for me, and then
They go.
yeah,
Okay. Do you use droppers?
yeah,
Even with the old birds? Or no?
no.
No.
But with the young birds, I use
Yeah.
figuritas is the name, I think.
Yeah. I seen them there. So you use the droppers. With the young pigeons, do you have the feed cut back a little more on them?
Excuse me?
You back the feed off more to train them? You play with the feed for trapping?
Yeah.
Okay. Tabert asks, Ryan, can you ask if he plays in the Dervaverbond? Maybe I hear. You see the name. Come here. You see.
Can I come?
Yeah. I can't pronounce the name.
Diamantverbond. No.
No? Sorry.
They're living in Berlaar. They race 30 kilometers further than I do.
Yes.
But in the top 100 of the province of Antwerp, I race against them.
Okay.
It is just the top 100.
Just the top 100.
So the special one, he won twice. The first prize of the province is against
those birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just the top 100 of the 14,000
They show.
Yeah.
Rob Wong says, does David send birds with empty crops? When the pigeons go to the race, so the cock, the old bird, or the yearlings and the 2-year-old cocks, when you send them to the race for Sunday, the last feeding, real feeding, is Thursday night.
Friday.
Oh, Friday night.
Friday.
Friday night.
Saturday basketing.
Yeah.
And Friday night, Friday evening, a lot
A lot.
Yeah, and before it's getting dark, I'll go to the loft. When there is still corn in the
Hopper?
I remove it.
Okay, so basically the pigeons go empty to the race.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
Yeah,
feed.
without hungry.
Without hunger.
Yeah,
Right.
without hunger.
But they're ready to eat. They would eat.
Yeah.
They would.
Probably.
Okay, the young birds, do they go to the race empty or have
Empty.
feed?
Empty.
The more feed you have of them, the longer it's they don't.
Yeah, and when the feed is in the crop, they have to drink water, and not all pigeons drink in the basket.
Here's a question I have for you: do you dredge the pigeons? Do
No.
you? No.
No.
Have you ever tried it?
No, but I heard of it.
So have I.
Yeah, but I think it's more the older fanciers. They
dredge.
I think.
But you never did. Did your father?
No.
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 I will say the pigeons that come out of the baskets in Kivrin, I never seen it so. The smell of sweat. It's very hot.
Hot.
It's
In the truck, it's
10 degrees outside. When the pigeons come out, it smells
Yeah.
like sweat.
Yeah, it's wet
Wet
feathers.
pigeons,
Yeah,
yeah.
wet pigeons.
That cock there, just thinking of him, how much he's sweating, eh?
Yeah.
Super pigeon. Matthew asks, does he use barley? I'll tell you, I looked at a little bit of his mix right now. I see the Jerry Plus. There's barley in the Jerry Plus, correct?
What is the name?
Barley, the
Yeah,
brown grain.
yeah.
A little bit of barley you have in the feed.
Yeah, but I buy just mixes of.
Mixes of
Yeah,
food. You don't feed separate.
No.
Your pigeons, they always have to eat all the feed that you feed them
Yeah, in a.
in the hopper.
Yeah.
You feed the amount, it has to be clean.
Yeah.
If there's feed left over, you take it away.
Yeah, but in the beginning of the week, there is no feed over.
No,
because I give.
You make sure.
Yeah, I make sure.
You want them to eat the main feed on Thursday.
Yeah.
This is when they have to eat.
Thursday and Friday.
Yes, Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, Thursday and Friday.
So I would
2
say.
days. 2 days is enough.
But is it more Thursday? Well, you only feed them always one time a day.
Yeah.
So Thursday and Friday, 2 big meals.
Yeah.
They eat.
Yeah. Friday more than Thursday.
So even on Thursday, even on Thursday, you're feeding up, but not to the max.
The mix is heavier. Heavier, but they have to eat all.
All.
But just Friday, I give
Let
many.
them eat.
Yeah, let them eat.
Let them eat. Okay. Guys, you're talking to a real sprint flyer. Let's see what this question is from Australia. Does a breed of these pigeons while he raises... Okay, so are you breeding with the race cocks and the hens? Are you going to breed out of them while they're racing?
While they're racing? No.
It's only on widowhood.
Yeah.
At the end of the race season, will you let them have a round of babies?
No.
Guys, you can't buy babies from them.
But I bred before the season when I couple my breeders. I couple my widowhoods too.
Right?
And then one just bred one round of them, and I raised the youngsters of the widowhood.
So they do get to raise around. Yes, the widowhood.
Yeah.
The cocks.
Before the race season starts.
Only one youngster?
Yeah.
Only
No,
one.
sorry, 1 round.
1 round.
2 youngsters can, no problem.
Now, question, when will you pull the hen away from the cocks? How old are the youngsters? The widowhood.
When the youngsters are ready to wean,
You take.
you take. Sometimes it's already the second time's eggs in the nest.
Oh,
But
it's okay.
yes, okay.
So you even if they go down, you wait till they're old enough, take them away, then the hens come out.
And I threw the eggs away from the second round.
Do all the hens come out on the same day?
Excuse me?
Do you take all the hens away the same day?
I try, but sometimes when you pair up,
It's not the same.
It's not the same. But 90% of the hens I remove, and when it's 1 couple or 2 couples with smaller babies, I let those hens in the loft.
Okay. Turbot says, the pigeon baseline is from Carl Langen. Is this correct?
That's correct.
Okay. That's where you got a lot of your pigeons, most of your pigeons?
Yeah,
Okay. And you had good luck with them.
super.
And this is where Pitbull comes from.
Yeah.
So there, you guys see, David tells you, and I see it there on the, you see it on all of your pedigrees, you can see. So that's good, that stand-up guy. What else was I gonna say? I wanted to show again the photo here of the loft. Again, very, very small loft. I mean, your property, you could have 300 pigeons here.
Yeah.
But no. And you see, this is the section here where the hens are. And this is your first time playing with hens.
Yeah.
So you're learning.
Before I kept my best hens, young hens, I put them in the breeding loft. But now I start to raise the hens, the good hens. And last week it was the first race. Directly a double first prize with a hen.
With the hen.
Yeah.
And your whole, before this, you never raced with the hens?
No.
Wow, eh? Can you imagine how many firsts maybe you lost or you left? You left behind. You didn't win because you didn't play hens.
No.
And your father, he only played cocks.
Yeah.
So what do you, I mean, it's too early to say, but what happens if all the hens beat the cocks? Will this make you maybe change to flying only hens?
My experience of talking with other fanciers, when it's some darker weather
Darker weather means the
more clouds,
more clouds.
the hens are better.
Okay.
Yeah. When there's something wrong on the weather,
Hens are better.
hens are better.
So maybe a stronger headwind or stronger shoulder wind, darker skies.
Yeah, but with the wind in the head, it's not a problem when it's a blue sky. Wind in the head, the cocks are also good.
But you say
When it's more cloudy,
not so nice.
not
of a
perfect,
day.
not perfect weather.
You find that they find the hens.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've heard this
Yeah?
one. Yeah, I always learn. Rob Wong says, are the sprint distances typically 100 kilometers and 160 kilometers? In your area, sprint racing in this kind of province or whatever, what's the shortest guys flying? 80, 70?
Yeah. When my house before, I was one of the first,
To get
the
pigeons.
shorter in the province of Antwerp.
Now, a week ago, I was at Bert Penna's. I can't. He flies Kivrin as well. He flies 53 kilometers.
Yeah, but it is more in the front.
In the front.
Yeah.
But and the farthest from Kivrin, the farthest people will fly how far?
Is close to the border with the Netherlands.
So like Arendonk, that area.
More, yeah.
Turnout.
A little bit. Arendonk is shorter. I think is from here in bird distance 40 kilometers.
40 kilometers. So yeah, you're looking, basically, Kivrin can be between 50 kilometers for some and 140. Yeah?
More or less.
And Noyon's the same thing.
Yeah,
Again,
almost the same.
same thing. And all these pigeons go up together and it's all in different clubs, different...
It's just one liberation.
I know, I've seen it. Have you ever seen it?
No, not on Facebook, but not live.
You have to see it.
Yeah,
It's totally worth seeing it once.
people told me.
When you see it, you say, maybe I dredge the pigeons. Because it's just that much heat.
Yeah.
You can, your nose tells you it's hot. But, hey, this is why we're here. Again, guys, David Peeters, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. He will be coming with us this season coming. So you're going to have to put some money in the bank. If you want the end of the line of the pit bull pigeons, maybe one out of the special one. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. You have to wait and see. But we always want to bring you guys new pigeons, pigeons that will win, pigeons that can beat thousands of pigeons. And I know for a fact that this man's pigeons have won where they've gone. And I know one thing, good pigeon men can make them win. I know one-off races can get them to win. They have good pigeons. These pigeons are good. I believe in these pigeons. That's why I'm here. Fun time today. Thank you for taking the call and letting us come. Again, guys, when you see the loft tour that we're going to do, you're going to go into grizzle heaven. because not only I love grizzles, but I want winning pigeons. I don't care if it's a checker, if it's a pied, if it's a red. I want winners. And I know these pigeons are in this man's loft because they're winning races. Beautiful pigeons.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, hey, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. You've been great today. Some good questions. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
You need another special one, eh? You think you're going to have one?
You never know.
You never know.
It's gonna be difficult, but because you don't bred some pigeon every year, but
Hey, guys, we might see, this might be the last year for David flying cockbirds. So many wins with the hens. He's already, first race, you already have the win.
yeah,
In your same a new club, old club.
in a new club, but is with another club is a kind of how you said it. In my club was 218 pigeons, old and yearlings together. She win, and then you have another club together. It was 373 pigeons, and she.
Question for you. How many clubs can you fly in this area? How many clubs could you go to fly Quivrin?
3. Quivrin.
Yeah?
2.
2?
2.
Noyon?
Wyon 3. But
Noyon.
is the third club for Wyon is racing on Saturday.
Okay.
The Liberation is on Saturday, and the rest is on Sunday.
Sunday. And do you gamble on the pigeons?
Yeah.
You good at picking them?
Most of the time I win, but one week is not the other.
And-
Sometimes I lose also.
And guys, remember the one trick that he does have, he has a small number of pigeons.
Yeah.
He knows every pigeon. He knows how they're thinking.
When you send 100 pigeons, it's difficult for your first nominated to choose your first. But when you have just 10 pigeons, you know really fast what is the best.
And you really start to understand it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You play with pigeons. Hey, let me ask you, I know you work, you're not a professional.
No.
How many hours a week do you put into your pigeons?
A week.
Yes.
A day is 2 hours.
A day.
A day. So 14 hours.
14 hours in a
Yeah.
week. Wow. How many weeks of sprint racing? He races the cocks from this last week on till about the end of July.
Yeah.
And normally you'll fly them once a week, sometimes twice.
The races in the week is normally just young birds.
Just young birds.
Yeah.
So
There are no races in the week for
Old birds.
really races.
no.
No.
But could you send the old birds for training?
In some clubs,
Some close.
yeah, when they have enough birds for training, that the transporter have enough for driving, they can, but not in every club.
Not in every club. So guys, Rob, as you hear from last weekend till the end of July, every week, it's either Quivrin or Noyon, or you can do sometimes both, can't you?
Yeah, but not with the same pigeon.
No.
No. You have to split them. You have
I
to
know.
split them.
And
The
go.
liberation is normally with good weather the same hour. With good weather. When it's in May, it starts the liberation 8 o'clock in the morning when the good weather. Quivrin liberates. Wyon.
Yeah, so Quivrin for you at 8 o'clock if they liberate, it's over by between 5 to 9 and 5 after 9 or 10 after 9, 1 hour.
Maximum.
Right? And then Noyon would be about
2 hours, 50 minutes.
2 hours, 2 hours and 15
yeah.
minutes. Yeah, that's right.
Normally you have to,
Yes.
I learned from old venture.
113 miles for you,
Yeah.
roughly. Well, you fly 100, Noyon, you fly 180.
6 and something.
Yeah, that's right. 2 hours and 13, 2 hours and 20.
Yeah.
Give or take. Wow, this has been fun, guys. So, that's David. I'm Ryan. You guys know what to do. Hopefully, you enjoyed this. Like, share, and subscribe. And yes, take a look. You all want a pigeon like this special one. Beautiful pencil cock, beautiful eye sign. Again, this is a grandson. No, this is a great-grandson
Great-grandson.
of the legendary pit bull. There's a picture of his father. Look at the eye signs on these pigeons. And there is a direct daughter from 2014 of the legendary pit bull. That is David Peeters. I'm Ryan. Hey guys, you've been great today. Who knows where I'll be tomorrow? I'm going to go probably to Michelin and get something to eat. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for your time, eh?
No problem.
Great pigeons.
It was a great time.
Hey, great pigeons. Thanks for flying with me, guys. You have a great afternoon. Be safe. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.